Good morning, everyone. Speaker for today's Tech Talk session is Gihan Lakmal, and he will be speaking on Introduction to D365 Customer Engagement. Over to Gihan.
Thank you. So today's session we are mainly focused on doing some introduction about D365 customer engagement. So it's a session mainly focused on laying some foundation for the session series we are going to doing in future by D365 team and tech team members. So in this session we are going to introduce what is Dynamics 365 customer engagement in and its history in briefly, and the architecture for the CRM as a software, and the D365 customer engagement co-apps. There are 5 co-apps, so we are going to walk through those co-apps in a very high level and briefly. And next thing is a solution concept. It's one of the main concept you need to know as a CRM developer, D365 CE developer. And then the customization and custom development consideration, then testing and deployment, and finally a small CE tour. So it may take 5 or 6 extra minutes, so I hope we all are okay with that, because it's a lot of things I need to brief within this 30 minutes. So the first thing, so what is a CRM? CRM is a customer relationship management software. So what we are going to achieve using customer relationship management software, the first thing is increase your sales in your business, and creating enhancing the relationship between your organization and also with your customers. So these are the main objective of CRM software. So apart from that, there are few other verticals about other functionalities we are going to offer with the D365 CE, like marketing and also service, after sales services, and some business intelligence. Likewise, this I taken from the Microsoft site. It's like a traditional definition for the D365 CE, so I'm not going to going through each word. So this is the idea about CRM. So it's a completely grow your organization, grow your business, and get more and more customers, and building relationship with those customers. So next is a history. In 2001, Microsoft acquired a company called iCommunicate. It's a small company. They are developing CRM for small and medium business market. At that time, the Salesforce is a giant. They dominate the CRM market. Microsoft entered that market in 2003 after they acquired, and they developed that product iCommunicate developed, and they rebadge it with Dynamics CRM, Microsoft Dynamics CRM, and they mainly focus on the small and business market at the beginning. And then the most success version of that is CRM version 4.0. It hit 1 million user mark in 2009. So at that time, it's more and more popular. Now it's D365 CE. After 2016, so they rebadged the version and introduced lot of features and lot of functionalities from ERP and AX sites, ERP sites into the CRM. And now it's called as Microsoft Dynamics 365 Customer Engagement. Now onwards, I will refer it as CE. And this is the history in brief. And in 2003, it's only 2 modules, sales and services. And they to the 2005 with the CRM 3.0, they introduced one most important concept called XRM. So using XRM platform, you can create your own entities. You can add your own entities based on your business requirement. You can customize the CRM other than the out-of-box feature. So it's a most important feature they introduced in 2005. And let's move to the success version. At that time, the CRM version 4.0. It introduced workflows using Microsoft Workflow Foundation and plugins. It report wizards. It's more towards the customization. So you can customize the base product to meet your organization requirement. Then they develop the CRM based on that version. So they introduce the CRM 2011, another milestone in their release, the CRM releases. So they introduce a lot of UI enhancement in there. So it's more like the Office, that Office package you are using at that time. So they try to use the same look and feel in the CRM as well, and ribbon and solution models, and also the role-based forms. Likewise, a lot of features they introduce in CRM 2013. There's another major UI change. So at that Office 2013, you can see that ribbons. So they use that same kind of command bar in there, and introduce business rule, real-time workflows, and business process flows. It relieves a lot of pain from developers. So previously we have to write a lot of code to do those things which capable. Now you can do it through the business rule, real-time workflows, and business process flows. And after that, there are in 2013 to 2016, they introduced a lot of UI enhancements, some integrations, and some also fields to enhance their process. But in 2016, they introduce now at that time they are developing a platform called Power Platform. So on the Power Platform, you can install, it's like a platform, you can install apps. So they consider CRM as an app as well. So they introduce an app concept into the CRM as well. So then you can develop your own app into and publish it. So then anyone who need anyone who have the requirement to get that app, they can purchase and install it and use those apps. So that app module is the most important feature they add into to the CE in 2016, and lot of UI enhancement, and also some most important things, editable grids, and also one thing they introduce a unified interface. Previously, we have to develop two separate forms for the mobile and also for the web versions. So after that, they introduce a unified interface. So we don't need to do the separate development for the mobile and web. So we can use the same web forms with the different kind of coding, backend coding to handle the offline capabilities without doing a complete separate repeating the code. So it's also a major feature they introduced in the 2013-16 version, and also some integration like a Power BI integration and some enhancements. So after that, they market that CE version with the different version increments. Now it version 9.1, and with yearly they release two updates, wave 1 and wave 2. Each update contains a lot of features and a lot of enhancements. So this is about the history in brief. So then let's go to the architecture. CRM, if you consider CE as a software, this is its architecture. At the bottom in the database layer is a SQL database. There are two tables, two databases, one for metadata, one for data. So if you are using online version, there are two versions of CE. One is the online version, one is the on-prem version, on-premises version. If you are using online version, this database layer completely hide out. Even you can't run a single query on that. So everything you have to go on through the web service they provided. But if you are using on-prem version, you can access that database. But Microsoft not recommending to do any direct customization in there. But there are some best practices we can work. They introduce, and we can use them to extract data from the database itself and serve to the other third-party integration or any purpose you want. But I think in future sessions we can conduct one session on that, how to use on-prem version with database Microsoft databases. And on top of database layer, there are data access platform and data access components. It will mainly communicate with the database layer and your service layer. On top of that, there's a platform I mentioned previously, XRM, that entity custom entity platform. This is the using that platform you can create entities. It's a very similar to the table in the database. So entities are equivalent to the tables, and fields in there are equal to the columns. So you can create it. You can extend that business entity, predefined business entity components as you wish. And on top of that, there's a synchronous and asynchronous business logic layer. Previously, I mentioned there are you can run the plugin is a custom code, which are .NET libraries, custom .NET assemblies. So you can run your custom code on there, and you can fulfill your business requirement using custom code. And that asynchronous, synchronous, and asynchronous business logic layer responsible to execute those calls and execute custom requests, and then also the custom workflows. There are two types of workflows we have. One is out of the box one. There are a set of functionalities they have, but if you need functionalities beyond those capabilities, so you can write a custom code and integrate it with the workflow. So then it's called custom workflow, and it also runs through the business logic layer. So apart from that, on top of everything, there's a web service. So it will responsible to interact with the outside, even third-party integration of the reports, and also even from the web client of the CRM and also the backend. So through the web service, you can get the do the any data-related operation, and also CRM itself you can extend as a web client as well. So you can use web HTML, also JavaScript, images, anything you can use to extend the web client with the limitation of CRM. Microsoft under the Microsoft restrictions. And other than that, for the report and dashboards, if you are using online version, it extracts data from the web services. But if you use on-prem version, there are reporting service already available. So you can use a reporting service to directly connect to the database and get the data through the filtered views. But also it only access to the filtered views. You cannot directly access the database tables. So if I elaborate about the security, for the authentication in the on-prem is Azure AD, and for the authentication in the on-prem there's O365 licenses. So using O365 licenses, so AD you can access to the CRM. After that, there's a role-based security mechanism, CRM itself. For authorization part, it use that role-based security mechanism to restrict users to going to the set of functionalities they can perform. So this is about the architecture in very brief. If you consider as a CRM as a software, so now you can subscribe it as a service. So this is about the architecture. Then these are about the core apps. So I include that picture because your organization may not fulfill the customer relationship anymore. It need ERP as well to manage inventory and everything. So in the CE part, it mainly focus on customer perspective, and there are 5 major apps. So customer service, field service, marketing, project service, and sales. And if your organization mainly focus on sales and you are not giving after sales services, you can completely skip customer service and field service. You can only purchase, you can only pay to the all other 3 components if you need. And you can customize your CRM based on your requirement. You don't need to pay for every component. You can choose what you need and select them. So there is a integration using between these 2 ERP and CE using previously known as CDS. common data service. Now it's renamed as Dataverse, and the human resource now is talent. It's all other business central and FinOps and part component. So there is a if you as a provide a single business solution, this is Microsoft provided for you. So in our case, we are mainly focused on the CE side, but both are interrelated and connected. So this is the marketing, the first module, and each and every module, as I mentioned previously, our team members doing very depth presentation and to you all, because having knowledge about these apps, these process are mandatory if you are going to develop my CRM, because otherwise you may not fulfill your requirement, and you will get everything mess if you don't know about this process and how things work inside the CRM. So this is the first thing, marketing. So marketing you can do using the multi-channel, like you can do the social media marketing or the email or the phone calls, and also any event management you can do that. So the phone calls, if you need, you can have Skype for Business integration, and also Skype for Business integration. You can make calls from CRM itself, and you can create leads. So once you get the leads, you can develop those leads into the next level. Then you can improve your sales in your organization. And also there are some dashboards and customer insight provided by out of the box as features. So then you can, if you need, you can use them, or else you can extend those customer insights and reports and dashboards based on your requirement. So the next thing is a sales app. The marketing generate leads. Now you have leads. So how you convert them leads into the invoices? So the sales. So this process describe end to end from leads to sales, complete sales process. So lead and opportunity, I would convert to the quote, then convert it to the sales order, then convert it to the invoice, and how it completes. The complete process will include in the sales process, and also the customer management part. And Tusita, I think Tusita will do the session in very next week about this sales process, and also the sales performances. You can have those insights. There are built-in insights already in the CRM, but if you need something beyond that, you can easily extend. So this is about the customer service. If your company have the after-sales services or service-oriented organization, you can have this app. So it's started with may started with a phone call or the email or the SMS, or maybe the message you retrieve from your FB page, your company FB page. So once you started it, you can mature that incident. We call it as an incident. So or the case. So you can mature it. You can assign agents to that, work on that. You can assign the common that previously known incident to that, and also you can manage the knowledge base articles and service intelligence like KPIs. So you can this is the process. I think Paduka will do the detailed session about that process in next month. And next thing is a field service. It's a extension of customer service. It's introduced recently. It's 3 or 4 years back. And once you have a contract, it may be like repetitive maintenance. So for example, if you buy a AC, they have the company and you have a contract agreement, some services, free services. So once you sign with that contract, so that organization should dispatch agent to a location to service your AC. So this kind of process can handle using the field service, and contract management, and the schedule and dispatch, then the inventory management, the warehouse and inventory management. This is a part of the ERP included in the CE as well, and the mobile. Not like in Sri Lanka, in Europe, the field service agents use the mobile a lot. They are communicating with their head office through the mobile. There's a field service mobile app. Microsoft introduced. Using that, you can know what are the work orders, what are the things you need to do, what are the work orders you need to fulfill, what are the tasks you need to perform, where are the customers, map and everything. So this field service mobile is a completely separate, a huge area. There are two different apps at the moment, and next thing is a connected field service. It's a very interesting thing. It's a completely IoT based feature. So for example, if I tell you the example, we have a client with us. They are selling the boilers. So they are selling the boilers with set of sensors. So once the boiler is not working properly, maybe it's not up to the correct temperature, those sensors connected and feed the data into the Azure IoT hub. Then the IoT hub, after the processing through the Flow or like Microsoft Flow or any logic app, it will report back to the CRM, and based on those data, you can open the case and dispatch the technician. Those things can completely automate. And also the scheduling and dispatch part, also the automate, you can do the complete automation. And also the customer-centric experience it provides, and also the, as mentioned previously, dashboard and intelligent stuff. This is about the field service. So next thing is project service. It's a very I think it's familiar with you guys. So how the project start and how the project end, complete process already implemented in CRM, opportunity management, project planning, resource management, team collaboration, time and expenses, customer billing, and final service analytics. It's a complete project life cycle you can manage through the CRM. So these are the about core apps in very brief, in very high level. So then let's go to the custom solution concept. So you are doing the development in one environment. So then how you transport your customization to another environment, deploying your changes from dev to QA. So how you can do that? The Microsoft introduced concept called solution. Those are like a containers. It can contain your customizations and export it from your environment and deploy into next environment. So using that, it's like a completely a zip package, a lot of definitions in there. You can create a solution and export and import into another environment. It can be a manual process or the automated process, which can implement through the DevOps. Based on the scenario, the process can be changed. And there are two types of solutions. One is a managed, other one is unmanaged. The main difference is once unmanaged solution install and uninstall it, every customization and data will lost. So you have to be careful. So choosing the solution type, and because if you uninstall the unmanaged solution, it just uninstall the container only. The components inside the container are already in that environment. So if you need to undo it, you have to go for each component and undoing it in manually. So you have to carefully analyze the situation and carefully choose what solution type you have to use. Otherwise, changing solution type will cost you. That's the case. So this is how solution applied. That bottom one is a system solution. We call the CRM or the CE as a solution itself. We call it a default solution. So it has its own component. So we can customize it with under the limitations Microsoft placed. For example, there's a sitemap. So how things arrange. So I will show in the CRM tour. So what is the sitemap is. So CRM itself has a sitemap, but it not the way you need. So you change it through the solution B. Then you create another solution using unmanaged solution in some environment and get that solution, unmanaged solution is called solution C. So how now it's like a code merge where in simple words, there's another branch, solution is another branch, unmanaged solution is another branch. Now in the application behavior is the ultimate place how you can see. So it merge everything together and show it in the application. So if you uninstall the solution B, it only uninstall the component to modification you did in the solution B. But if you uninstall the solution C, the modifications you did in solution C still in the system. So that's how it applies and how it propagates into the top level from the bottom. The next thing is, this is like a solution. So you can see what are the components in there. This is a solution we are working on at the moment for the EBEX survey solution. There are a lot of components. I think we need a whole session for that. So these are the customization you can do. Using entity, you can create entity, fields, and forms, how it looks like. Once you open the record, the forms are in there. Multiple forms you can create. Quick create form, main forms, information forms, likewise. The views, how the tables look like in the presentation. Those are the presentation layer. And charts, keys are the like indexes, and relationships are the lookup. We call the lookup. Relationship between other entities like other tables, and business rules are the another functionality Microsoft introduced to reduce a lot of developer bugs. You can create a business rules as well. For the web resource, you can extend CRM itself using web resources. You can create HTML, JavaScript, style sheet, images in different format, and also string resources. And also the dashboards, you can customize. You can create new dashboards. You can update existing ones, and you can introduce Power BI dashboards as well if you need. So the reports, the templates, set of templates types are available. The contract template, as I mentioned previously, if you have a contract, so you can add the contract template. And also emails, if you have a template, if you need like a registration email once you register the customer into a system, so it can be a template, email template, the parameters email template, you can send it. So the security is the most important thing. You can, under the security, you can design security roles and field security profiles. As I mentioned previously, it will completely control the authorization of user. The next thing is SLS. So service level agreements, you can define service level agreements for the different incident types and based on their priority and severity. And the routing rules are also related to the services. So once case spawn, how it route through the team, the services team. So how it should route, what are the teams it should assign, what are the places it need to go. So maturing our case, the routing rule sets. The next thing is almost most important one, process and plugins. This contains a lot of .NET coding, and for the workflows, there are out of the box workflows and also custom workflows. Then actions are the recently they introduced. It's work like API calls. You can create your own APIs, and also dialogues. It will the dialogue feature will duplicate in near future, most probably in this year. And the plugins, the code libraries, the assemblies you create which contain your code is plugin assemblies. And also I mentioned previously pre and post plugin. So for example, once you create a record, you have to perform some task. So you can that task you can automate through the plugin and register the step like that. Once this record create, execute this functionality. So like these are called message processing steps. We call it plugin steps. So you can include those things in the solution. And service endpoints. So if your CRM need to communicate with the other services, third-party services, you can put the service endpoints. And the model-driven apps. These are the apps. If your solution is an app, so in this model-driven app, you can create the definition of apps. So what are the components need to show? So I will show you the model-driven app in the demo. And the virtual entity. It's not an entity. It's like a temporary tables. So you can put the definition in there. So you can there are limitations in the virtual entity. So you can write into the virtual entity, you can get it and delete it, but you can't update the existing ones. So it's a temporary data hold. So you can get the data from third party entities and set the data source, but those data may not need to permanently stored in your system, but you need them in for temporarily to the processing and extract some information. To do that, you can introduce a virtual entities, and these are the customer development consideration. If you are going to develop CRM, so these points are important. First thing is thorough understanding about out-of-box features. So CRM, the Microsoft gives set of features with the CRM. So you need to know about those features and functionalities, how it works. So otherwise you can't plug your own that modification with the existing functionalities, and if you don't know about how it works, the result will be unexpected. So having the knowledge about existing component is a compulsory thing, and also the process. So if you are doing some modification to the existing app, like a sales process or services process or field service, you need to completely know about that, because otherwise, as I mentioned previously, it will end up with the unexpected errors, unexpected results. So and also if you are doing the development on the plugin or workflow action, you need to have a comprehensive knowledge about plugin pipeline. So there's a concept called plugin pipeline, how plugin executes, so step by step, and how we need to order it. So you have to have a knowledge about that if you're going to develop. I think in future sessions we will give those broad idea about those things and the proper solution hierarchy. So you can design a different solution, not in the single solution, as I mentioned previously, solution A and solution B. So if you did not design a solution in the proper hierarchy, so it may be a dependencies between solutions. So solution A required solution B in the target environment, and B need a solution A. So it's a cyclic dependency. So you can't, CRM not allowed to, there's a dependency check in the solution import. So it will fail in the solution import. So you need to have a proper solution hierarchy, otherwise it will fail. And limitation is another important thing. The limitation of CE, I will give the one example. The plugin timeout is 2 minutes. So you have to write your plugin to run under the 2 minutes. If it exceeds 2 minutes, it will return there's a timeout exception. So you have to design carefully. You have to analyze everything and design the plugins carefully to meet the run your plugin and custom code under those limitations. And the integration point, not only the CRM, you need to have knowledge about Power Platform, CDS, Power Apps, maybe Power BI and SharePoint, and those things to integrate that. There are integrations between those component and also third party. So you have to have some understanding about these things. You can do the integration with other components, and deep knowledge about C administration part. So how the security applies, how the security works, how the authorization part works, and how you design those things, and also data management part, and the O365, how to manage your CRM CE instance in the O365. You must have that knowledge to maintain the CRM. The next thing is testing and deployment. So first is to unit test, you can use a fake XRM easy, because it's not the way we did in other project, like any other project. The unit test is different in CRM. So you need to have that supporting library like fake XRM easy. There are few others available at the moment to test the plugins or workflow actions. And for the automation, it can be a Selenium or coded UI or anything. And also carefully select the solution type. I mentioned it previously, and logically arrange the solution and versioning, and also solution import option. This is the image. You can see there are this is a solution import, and when you import in the managed solution, you get these options. So you need to have thorough understanding what things happen behind the scenes when you selecting those options, and what are the places you need to select the correct option, and what are the correct combination. Otherwise, it may be SQL timeouts and can be issues in your solution import. And also solution package for the automate build for the CI/CD. They have already introduced a solution package, and using that you can integrate CRM solution. It's like a single source of truth. Like you can point the extraction environment, and using CI/CD you can deploy to some other target environments, and or they get the solution what you want to deploy. So let's start with the CE tour. This is how CRM look like. So this is our test environment. This is the app we developing at the moment as a survey app. So this is how CRM look like. This is the view. I mentioned set of views. These are the views we can have. These views has the filters. Once you open the record, it's open the record. It will. I will show you. This is this part is we customize it, and it's a completely HTML and JavaScript based one. So we develop Innocent our own, and this is about a custom development, and this is a field service schedule board. It's another app I mentioned previously. This is how it looks like. You can see the experience is much similar, look and feel. So and also this is how solution looks like stacked in there. So you can see manage, unmanaged things, solutions are in there. But our solution, eBay survey solution, is a managed one. I will explain you why, because our the eBay survey is a product. So we have to prevent others to do the customization their own. If we release the unmanaged solution, they can extract the solution and do the customization by their own. So we have to prevent that. So we use a managed solution. So we can set the managed properties, and so avoid others to do the customization. And this is the administration, one of the administration page. These are the administration, then the settings area. This administration you can do a lot of things. Each and every area we will do the sessions, and this is one of the security area we use. So I will open the security roles, and while opening I will go to this is the service management area. So these are just a small tour. So this is the place you can set route rules, SLAs and stuff for the case management. And I will open one of the surveyor. So using, you can see it's how we apply the permission for the each entities. Still loading. We will these are the custom entities, and there are a set of levels, the user level or the business unit level or the parent child business unit level, so the organization level permissions. So using that you can control how much of data should be visible to the users who are in this role. And the operations is like a create, read, write, delete, append, assign, share permissions. And this is contacts for the sales. So I will open the one contacts, how it looks like. This is a form, and so one of the contact form. It's open. So this how it. These are the fields, and these are the how forms look like. You can have multiple forms. This is the form selector. You can have the web portal and everything. There's a Microsoft portal already installed in here. So this is another integration with the Microsoft CRM. So this is how contacts look like. It's called a contact record, and these are the fields. This is called forms. So this is the app designer. So I said previously the survey is an app. This is how it designed. These are the entities we included in here. So this is the place you can customize how it looks like, the survey and things, and the settings and the major components and things you can design in here. and what are the process and business process flows you need to be there. And this is the one of the workflow we have. So this is it contains a custom workflow. You can see that the custom workflow and the complete workflow in the designer. So now the background workflow in deprecated in near future, most probably within this year. So it will move to the flow, and this is the complete solution. So you can see the entities, what we did, what we have, and and entities and components, and so using that plugin and workflows, you can do the customization and stuff. So I think that's end of my presentation. So if you have any question, now it's open to ask.
Thanks, Gihan. Prashanti.
Yeah, Gihan.
Thanks for the presentation. And it's actually I have a very high level question. Since I have no idea about environment, just at the moment you're working on the online or on-premise environments, like what is
two
development? In 1 billion tech, like are you involved with online delivery?
Yeah, mainly Krishan, the online. eBay use online. Mainly I deliver involved with the online, but the on-prem version we have the previously not in the Ops Center, not in 1 billion tech, but in the previous places we involved with the of on-prem versions. But the development strategy, like development things are very similar, but only thing is you can access the database layer in the on-prem. So the things you can like you have much more freedom in there. So that's the difference, but the things you can, the way like you develop is more similar, but the things you can do is different. So in the on-prem and the online, I will give the one example. In the on-prem, you can have the custom DLLs, like a third-party DLLs. For example, Newtonsoft for the JSON. So you can use the Newtonsoft DLLs into the CRM server, and you can use the Newtonsoft in your plugin. But you can't do it in the online. So we have to use the Microsoft provided libraries and the Nuget libraries to use our usage, and we cannot install third-party DLLs in here in their online version. So these are the one highlighted thing, change difference between online and offline, but the freedom is much more higher in the on-prem version. But there are some limitations as well. So some best practices we have to follow.
The other question is it's running on Azure, I suppose, right?
Yeah, it's a SaaS. They provide as a SaaS, and it's a cloud platform, but different software.
Running on Azure.
Yeah, it's a cloud platform. Yeah. It's a different product actually. It's not a part of the Azure. It's the cloud is the same, but it's not a component of the Azure. If you go to the Azure, so you can't purchase a CRM CE as a Azure part, but it's a different set of service they provided. But the underlying the architect, the Azure, they develop everything on the Azure. The platform is Azure. Yeah.
Thank you.
And Gihan, I have one more question, that it says that Power Apps we can create mobile apps, right? Is it support for that, like creating Android and iOS app as well, or only Windows?
It's actually platform independent, so you can create app for any platform. So there are like in the CRM we have D365 mobile app. So it hide the complexity of platform. You can like develop a single app in the Power Platform that they provide the platform to hide that complexity of device. So you can only think worrying about the development. So you don't need to worrying about the underlying architecture, like the platform, OS platform, mobile OS platform.
Okay, then after we can create a APK or API file depending on the platform, no?
Sorry?
It is capable enough to create APK files like that.
It's not actual the APK files. It's not like you are deploying the app into the mobile. It's like you provide, Microsoft provide the different runtime, like on the app, your app, that runtime for your app. So that Microsoft that framework is between your Power App and your OS. So your Power App run on the Microsoft platform. They provide a platform. That's how they hide the complexity, device complexity.
Sure. That's Gihan.
Gihan, is Prasad here?
Yeah.
So what are this IP that you are developing for eBix, and what's the business need for it? For example, are there weak areas in those different components you showed? Or is that simply extending the capabilities of some of those areas? And where do you see opportunities if we were to develop our own IP? Where do you see opportunities in this whole infrastructure?
Yeah, yes, Prasad. There are two things. In the CRM, the IP we are developing for the eBix, they address two different two issues you mentioned. The weaknesses of existing product, Microsoft product, and also extending functionality of the existing app. So Microsoft, I'm working on the survey app. Microsoft has its own survey module called Voice over IP, Voice of Customer. Sorry, VOC, Voice of Customer. So that app has a lot of restrictions, and the usage is very limited. So that you can't run in the mobile, having some issues, and also some features are very limited. So they introduced the survey module, survey app, to address those limitations. So now the survey app can run on the RESTCO and the mobile platform, as well as web and anything Microsoft supported. And also it is an extension for the field service. So they market the survey as in that way as well. So after the survey, you need to get the feedback from the customer. So how the satisfaction of your customer, or the some survey, that some question and answers from the technician as well. So they market their survey at that angle as well. So they address both parties. So I think there are a lot of areas. I think still if we have a business idea, and if we can map CRM existing process, and if we can see this is the gap, or this is the extensible point, so we can build our own IP and market. So both way, Prasad. Yeah.
Example, in project services, now we understand project management very well, right? Because we are an IT company. Do you think there is opportunities to add like RM module, or something that will extend the capabilities of the project module?
Yeah, definitely, Prasad. First thing, you have to analyze the existing project service the Microsoft provided, and the requirement you need to achieve, and the gap between those two existing modules and the requirement you need to achieve. This gap is a product, so you can build a product on that and market it.
So are we doing anything with the projects here at 1 billion Tech?
eBix has a project service Accelerator. So I think Tamil and team are doing some development on there. And we involved with the project service Accelerator in the eBix product. Actually, they have some functionalities, extended functionalities of the project service. That's the main project we involved, Prasad.
So one last question. I'm sorry, I didn't try to monopolize it, but most of the people in this company are coming from Java, Node, React, that kind of a background, right? Only a few people are in this .NET, Azure, D365 framework. So if you were to do an extension to the projects module or something like that, is it possible for people in these other tech stacks to quickly learn and do that, or do you have to go through extensive knowledge of .NET before you can touch this product?
The answer like this, Prasad. So first thing, that person from any other stack have to study about the project service and CRM, how it behaves. So and the first thing, you have to study that. Then you have to have a requirement. So then you have a solution. Now this is the way, and this is the you need to do. Then you need .NET you have to study the Microsoft C#.NET to build that the custom plugin and workflows. Yeah, it's a both actually, Prasad. You have to have both. If that solution does not need plugin or the .NET development, so then you can straightforward, you can do the customization. But most of the time, but our experience need both. So that considerable knowledge about the existing CRM, how it works, and also the development part.
Yeah, okay, thanks. You answered my question.
Thank you, Gihan, for that knowledge adding session. Hope you all found it interesting. Thank you, everyone, for taking part. Have a nice day.
Thank you, all of you guys.
Thank you, Gihan.